each one of these students as a family, as a community. Students, I love this day. It's so wonderful to see you dressed up. Sure, I remember in 5th grade, 3 years ago, you came here, we were in the double classroom, we gave you a treat. You were nervous. We said, we're going to get you through middle school. We're going to do all we can to prepare you for high school. You guys have worked really hard the last 3 years. You guys are prepared, you're ready. You can be successful. I encourage you to use what you've learned the last 3 years to stay focused, to not be distracted by all the things going around you. You're going to go off to high school. There's going to be lots of things to do. I encourage you to stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your family, your friends, your teachers. They're there to help you, to get you through the next few years. There's going to be a lot of distractions. One of the quotes in the program today is from Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong said, "I believe every human has a finite number of heartbeats. I don't intend to waste any of mine." Well, Neil Armstrong knew a little bit about making something of his life. Hopefully you know he is the first man to step on the moon. He was the mission commander for Apollo 11. What you may not know is they had a little bit of difficulty getting down. You see, they had a lunar module that separated from the original ship. And he and Buzz Aldrin, that great name Buzz Aldrin, they were going down in the lunar module. And the computer that was the guidance and navigation system started to fail. In fact, it started to give off shrill alerts. So much that it was really annoying, and what they realized was that they're off course. So they're up there in the moon. No one has ever done this before. And they're starting to come down to land on the moon. And there's 2 of them. They have a limited amount of fuel, a limited amount of oxygen. And they're going to land on the moon, and the computer isn't working. The computer starts to give off these alerts. Neil Armstrong looks at it and starts to ignore it because he's going to land on the moon. So he takes over control of this lunar module. He grabs the steering and he goes and he looks through. There's a little triangular window that he sees the moon. First human to ever see the moon. And he looks down and he sees that as they're going along, the landmarks that he memorized are going by much too quickly. And he knew that that would put them in a boulder field. Huge boulders that they would either crash on and die instantly, or they would immobilize the lunar craft and they would sit there forever. So he took control. That wasn't according to protocol. Aldrin just watched and was his teammate. So he took control of the lunar module and started to descend. They're at 500 feet. Aldrin started counting off 500, 400, 300, 250, 200. Mission Command on Earth, they said, "You guys, you're running low on fuel. You aren't going to make it." And realize there's no gas station on the moon. That's supposed to be a joke. I'm not sure they found it too funny. They didn't respond to that comment. Neil Armstrong stayed focused on his goal. He listened to his teammate, and he kept going down. He ended up landing with 15 seconds of fuel left. And the rest, as they say, is history. Take a look at that and see that. Well, your world is much different than the high school that Neil Armstrong went to. It's much different than the high school that I went to. It's much different than the high school that your parents went to. See, you guys have a lot of distractions, a lot more than we ever did. You have 24/7 social media that's always there, always on. Lots of good things, but also the distraction. You have clubs and athletics and activities more than most of your parents and I ever saw. You have the internet. You have news channels 24 hours a day telling you what to think, what to do. I encourage you to focus and not be distracted. You have cell phones. All of you have cell phones in your backpacks turned off, right? Not here, in your backpacks. Did you know that these cell phones are more powerful than what landed on the moon? These cell phones are about 1,000 times more powerful than that computer that went wrong. In fact, these cell phones are very, very powerful. Zach! Hi, what are you doing? How's it going? Am I doing okay? What do you think the message is? What's the point? That's very good. Okay, turn off your cell phone and don't be distracted. Thank you. Stay focused. There's lots of things in high school that will distract you. Phones are great. There's going to be lots of things that will take you off task. You guys can do it. You've had the training. You have learned a lot while you're here. You have parents, you have teachers, and you have friends. Lean on them to be successful. Our 8th grade concert choir is going to sing about leaning on friends. 8th grade concert choir.
Baby,
grade concert choir. Congratulations, that's great. Today we will honor all of you for your success. First of all, we're going to honor some of you through a few awards that we give up here. Then we're going to honor all of you through the continuation celebration. This is a mixture of an award ceremony and continuation. I hope you enjoy the afternoon as you're honored for your accomplishments. Before we begin the awards, let me introduce and acknowledge a few people. These people have been a part of your team, people you've leaned on and guided you through middle school. Some of them you know. To be honest, some of them you don't know, but I want you to know that all of them gave to you and were part of a larger team. There's many parents who have helped in the school year. I'd like to recognize two of those. One is a 7th grade student, so I'm pretty sure she's not in here, is Jan Tenbrack. She's the accountability facilitator. Could you give her a round of applause? Next one, our PTO president, Bill Canterbury. I did tell him I was going to do this. So Bill, where are you? Would you stand up, Bill? I know he's in here somewhere. Oh, right over here. Thank you, Bill. Bill has led our PTO through lots of things this year and will continue on next year as he has a 6th grader coming in. In addition, we have a few honored guests with us from the Board of Education. These are part of your team that you don't see very often, especially as students. I want to tell you, I respect them greatly. They have made some really hard decisions to make Littleton Public Schools a great place. And they are also two of our dear parents who had students who came through here, who were sitting out. They're just like you as our parents. Their kids were sitting here. First one I want to introduce is Mary Nichols. Next person is Lucy Stanish. Next, you all know these people because you see them every day and they help you every day. Our two assistant principals, Jody Enderlin and Phil Murphy. Miss Elkins is our assistant principal. I said Enderlin. And our two counselors, Julie Broman and Mindy Morris. Next, I'm honored to present to you your Student Council President, Matt Calkins.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu, a Chinese philosopher born in 604 BCE, we all took that single step back in 6th grade and began our journey to the end of middle school, and now on to high school. We were ready for that new step. Most probably didn't think we were, but we were ready for the change. This new change brought new friends, new teachers, a new experience, and even what seemed like a new life. When I started 6th grade here at Euclid, I only knew 2 people, and that was it, and I didn't even have any classes with them. This forced me to make new friends, and I'm really happy I did, because if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't have met the 5 guys that are basically my brothers. This change was scary. We didn't know what was going to come at us. We didn't know what it was going to be like. But that change was probably the most important thing that was to happen to us during our time here at Euclid. Remember, then came 7th grade. We were in the middle of our school. We didn't have to be cared for as much as 6th graders, but we also weren't mature enough to have the responsibilities of an 8th grader. There were good and bad things about being this age. We had new friendships, new teachers, and new opportunities. We also had to be more involved in our schoolwork than we were in 6th grade. We had to be considerate and not mean or rude to the incoming 6th graders. Hey, we were treated with respect, right? So it was our turn to show them the way. 8th grade, the promised land you could call it. We were on top after 2 years of hard work, and we all thought, yes, we're almost done. But 8th grade was very important and could not be messed around with. We had to work like we had never worked before on our grades, our friendships, and our motivation. Some of us got the opportunity to be rebels, and it felt pretty cool to be able to say that I can help others. Also with student council and NJHS. We knew that it was going to be a good year, or at least we hoped it was. We have to remember that what comes with hard work is dedication and appreciation. Definitely the biggest thing we had to remember about being in 8th grade was that we sometimes had to let loose and have fun and do something we love to do, like sports, music, clubs, or just spending time with friends. I remember one time we stretched over a big math time was coming up. So I just stopped, I closed my book, and I had two of my best friends together, and we had a drum trio. We just played and had fun. And when we were done, we felt less stress. Growth in friendships is definitely one of the most important pieces of this year. Many of you are probably like me, and some of our friends are from the same high school as us. That is one thing we have to deal with, because we won't be seeing them every year like we have this year. We are moving on to different things, and just because you may not see them every day like you did this year, the friendships will stay strong. Now, at the end of our 8th grade year, we can look back and realize that friendships are always changing. And we have learned from teachers, staff, and each other that change is a good thing. Teachers are a big part of our years here. Without them, none of us would have ever made it out of 6th grade. Our teachers have helped us through problems with classes, problems with classmates, and sometimes even problems with life. None of us would be here without them, and we should stop and all say thank you. Also, a special mention to our amazing custodian, Woody. You have helped out with many things, and even when things failed, you kept going, and we thank you for that. You will be missed, Woody. We would be nowhere without the support and guidance of our families. They stick with us, even when times get tough. No matter how big the problem is, our parents will always be there for us, and that is something we should also be really thankful for. Middle school. Wow, it feels like just yesterday we walked into this very gym for Webb, and now we are all here, ready to move on to high school. We will miss one another, but that will never stop us from remembering our time here at Euclid. I am very proud to be at a school where everybody belongs, and teachers and staff care about each and every one of the students here. And where the leadership skills that we need to maximize our future are taught and reinforced every day. It has been challenging, but also a lot of fun and very rewarding, and I don't think anyone is going to forget about their time here. We took our first step 3 years ago, and we have traveled far, but we still have further to go on our journey. Our next step is big. As each of us take this next step, we leave here with academic, social, and leadership skills that we have learned during our time here at Euclid. Because we are part of the Euclid community, we are ready, capable, and prepared to take on this next step. The next successful step you take will be built on the successes you had here at Euclid. How you use what you learned here at Euclid is up to you. That choice is ours. That choice is yours. On behalf of all of us, thank you. Now on to high school.
I'm going to start the elective awards. My name is Tammy Anderson. I'm the art teacher at Euclid. This year I had horrible time trying to pick 4 kids for art. I had more kids in art shows and competitions than I have ever had. Counting 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, we had over 600 pieces go out. It's hard to compete with. But anyway, I had 4 names that rose to the top, and they definitely rose to the top because because of their commitment to being creative, holding true to their own individual spirit, and just always showing me beyond anything I ever expected out of them. Those 4 students, 2 for 2D and 2 for 3D art, Anna Lucas and Yoshika Lynch for 2D art, Molly Kay and Arthur Dirksen for 3D art.
I am Jorge Mena, I'm the Spanish teacher. And it was really difficult this year. You guys are a great group of kids, and we're totally gonna miss you. I'm very thankful that I was able to be your teacher. There were many of you that could have given this award, not just for your grades, but for your effort, and I truly appreciate it. But there were 2 in the end that did not only work for getting to be great, they showed they wanted to learn to communicate in Spanish. I enjoyed and appreciate their desire to learn, their effort, and their commitment to Spanish. The 2 students are Landry, Krebs, and Kylie Dimir.
Hello, I'm Carla McWilliams, head of the music department here at Euclid High School. I have the honor of presenting Outstanding Orchestra and Outstanding Choir Awards. These students work very, very hard, go above and beyond the call of duty, are always available to help other students, provide leadership in choir and in orchestra. In orchestra, my outstanding student is Alyssa Meyer. My outstanding students are Shauna Douglas and Zach Leville.
And I'm a guitar teacher. And I want to say thanks to all the band members for 3 great years of musicianship. And I wish you all good luck in your music endeavors in the future. The recipients for outstanding band members are first semester Charlie Elliott, second semester Gabby Schott. Really enjoyed guitar class this year. Students progressed a great deal in a very short amount of time. The recipients for outstanding guitar students this year are first semester Lizzie Kistler, second semester Sierra Lewis Sweet.
Hi, I'm Brittany Phillips. I teach 8th grade modern technology, and I have the pleasure of announcing 2 outstanding students today. These gentlemen have consistently shown an extreme amount of effort and willingness to learn. The work they have produced in my class at every single one of their modules reflects their exemplary craftsmanship and pride. With great honor, I give you these awards and know that you will both continue on to be not only motivated students, but leaders in every facet of your life. These awards go to Damon Daly and Ian Russell.
Hi, I'm Larry Grimes, and I had the pleasure of teaching your students in 8th grade Woods and 8th grade Engineering this year. And my outstanding students for 8th grade Woods, Lauren Creston and Angel Gallegos. And my outstanding engineers, Yashiko Lynch and Mikey Greiger.
I'm Val Grenewald, and I'm the facilitator for Gifted and Talented here at Euclid. And it's my pleasure today to give 2 sets of awards. The first is for Honors Algebra 2. We have a very few number of students who challenge themselves by taking this junior level course at Heritage every day. I asked their math teacher to pick only 2 out of them, and she said that was challenging, but she chose 2 students because in a class with sophomores and juniors, they've raised the bar from critical thinking and reasoning about each problem to performance on exams and activities. These 8th graders make my high school students step up and become better students. Kylie Dindiger and Yoshiko Lynch. The other award I have to give is for the Language Arts Seminar class. I had a very, very, very hard time deciding who to give these awards to. In fact, I was considering going down in front of Mr. Hines' office and just having an all-out tantrum, kicking and screaming. But I knew he would just say, "Someone get Grenewald out here, she's having a tantrum again." So in the end, I decided on some criteria. I looked at growth and positive classroom leadership, but also love of a challenge, consistent personal best, and passion and curiosity about language arts. Arthur Dirksen and Miley Starr.
That's right. My name is Joel Fisher, and this is Jody Enderlin, the Physical Education Department. At this time, I'd like to recognize the following students for outstanding achievement in physical education. They always participate to the best of their ability in all activities, and they also complete their assignments. They work hard to improve in all activities. They have outstanding conduct and behavior. They have a positive attitude and always show good sportsmanship. They dress out and cooperate every single day. They're willing to help others and obviously enjoy participating in all the activities in PE. The awards go to James Kester and Lorette Selleck.
Hi, I'm Miss B. Hill, 8th grade math science. I have the privilege of teaching Marquise in math science. It's my favorite class, I love it. And nothing's more beautiful to a science teacher than hearing cool, awesome. They are going from slimes to burning rings of fire, kind of pyro-like, but still, we had a great time, and a couple of students, their wonder, their innovation, it's amazing, and that is Max Schetzer and Marshall Althouse.
You gotta do this. I can't.
Hi, I'm Amy Atherton, classical language arts teacher, and I also taught creative writing this semester, or this last semester, and then computers this semester, both of which required great creativity. The students I chose showed great creativity and mastership of their craft. For creative writing, Madison Hickman, and for computers, Ryan Bartley.
Hello, I'm presenting for Ms. Sutter for Outstanding Yearbook Student, Marissa Martinez and Macy Ziegler. And for drama class, Outstanding Drama Student first semester, Madison Hickman, and second semester, Ellie Burga.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ott. I teach Math Aid Intervention. Students in Math Aid Intervention give up an elective so they can improve their math skills. They did a software program for their math skills, and they also completed a program called Math Navigator that clears up any misconceptions they have about math. So the outstanding students for Math Intervention are Athena Furman and Isis Conchalo. Next is Mrs. Hayes.
This year I taught some very hard-working students in reading intervention class called Jamestown Reading Navigator, and I'd like to award these two gentlemen the outstanding awards. They persisted in trying to work through the program even though sometimes they were bored, and really saw some growth in their personally and in their reading, and then also on their math reading test. The awards go to Jeremy Schaefer and Aaron Weiss.
I'm David Ronanoni, and first semester I taught around the world in 90 days, I guess, half our semester. And we had a lot of fun learning about geography and going outside and trying to make our own Amazing Grace stories. And the two students that I chose for outstanding are Andrew Ryan and Ashley McGuire.
You have seen a few students that have been recognized for outstanding work. We have a lot of students who are involved in many other things besides academics here at Euclid. So we would like to take a moment to just recognize your participation in various activities here at school. Would you please stand when I call your club if you participated in these clubs? And stay standing until I tell you to sit down. Thank you. Fitness club, cycling club, TSA, soccer, or aquarium club. If you're a member of those, would you please stand up? If you're a member of Rainbow, Math Counts, the newspaper, spelling club, student council, or NJHS, would you please stand and be recognized? In the musical, in jubilation, in jazz band, or in chamber orchestra this year, would you please stand?